The world is so full of a number of things, I'm sure we should all be as happy as kings. A number of things. Fig Newton, Frog, and Dora present stories for those who like to wonder and think that it's fun to find out.
Careful, Dora, careful, look
Hold
out
on tight
now.
now. Hold
Look
on
out.
tight.
Oh!
Oh, Fig
dear.
Newton.
Oh, I hope I didn't damage your
Well,
seaweed.
well, it doesn't look terribly seaweedy, but maybe if I look at your coattails, you turn around, I'll pull them down. Yeah, there.
They
Now
got
you
all
look. Now he
squished
looks
up.
fine, doesn't he? I think I'll just tear a little more off. There you are. How's that?
Oh, that looks a lot better, Dora.
Do you know why we're making seaweed? Can you tell them?
Yup. We're doing a story about the seashore. We're doing a story about clams.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Clifford, Clam, sore foot.
And when you're doing a story about clams, it's nice to have seaweed.
Uh-huh. We're going to do make-do theater and show you how you can make your own puppets and do the story as a puppet play yourself. So, Fig Newton, you know, I think I better go right over the make-do table.
Can
and
I come over and help you?
You surely may.
Oh, good.
First of all, to make a clam, we're going to use paper for the clam shell. A piece of paper like this, and a pattern that you can draw like this. It doesn't have to be exactly even, but if you use a pattern, you'll be able to make two shells close enough in size so that they can be put together to make one clam. And you just put the pattern right down on the piece of paper and trace the shell, just like that, all the way around. And of course you do it twice. I've got one made already so that it won't take too long to make. You have it traced like that, and then, do you know what you do?
Oh, you cut it.
That's right.
Oh, boy, I got it.
So ever so carefully you cut it out, and stay pretty well on the lines if you can, so that your shells will match for size.
They got to do that, eh, Dora?
Uh-huh.
Sure
So that
thing.
you won't have one big one on one side of the clam and one small one on the other. They should be pretty well the same size. See that?
Oh, that's fine.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, that's very
And
pretty.
now, you see these two lines down here? Those two lines you just cut down straight. Oh, I wiggled a little, but I don't think it matters. Just down like that. Now, what's the matter? What do you want?
I thought I might ask you for the tape.
Well, here, is this the one you want?
Yes, please.
Well, now, be careful of it, eh?
Oh, yeah, I'll
Okay.
be careful.
Now, I am going to put this...
Oh, I dropped it.
Oh, Fig Newton.
Oh, dear.
Well, look, you get it, would you please?
Oh, dear.
Well, you pick it up, please.
Oh,
While I
goodness.
put this together, you take each of the side flaps and you fold them over the back, like that. Now, you'll have plenty of time and you can put them together with paste. I'm going to staple this one together so that it will be done very, very quickly. But all I'm doing is just exactly what you're going to do with paste, and that is to put the back side flaps over the center one. And then you have a shape like that, and you can see that's the seashell shape. And here's the other one that I made ahead of time so that we could put them together
Oh,
the way
dear.
you put a clam together.
Oh,
And you know how you do that?
goodness.
What's the matter, Fig Newton?
Oh, goodness
What's the matter?
gracious me. Oh, dear, I need your help, Dora.
Well, just a minute. Put the tape down and I'll be right with you.
Oh, that's the trouble, Dora. I can't.
Yeah, well, put it down, Fig Newton, because I have to get busy and...
Dora, I'm stuck.
Oh, Fig Newton.
Oh, I just fell and I was picking it up
did
and
you
look what
ever
happened.
see such a mess? Well, now bend over and I'll see if I can get it loose. Well, where does it start? Here. Am I hurting you?
Oh, a bit.
I'm trying not to.
Ow.
Well, you get up here a little closer where I can get at you. That's it.
Oh,
There we
boy.
are.
Oh,
Fig Newton.
dear
Really?
me.
Now I'm getting stuck in it.
Oh, boy, that's awful sticky tape,
It
Dora.
certainly is.
Yup.
Look at that. All that tape wasted. Oh, Fig Newton,
dear.
really?
Oh.
Mm. Now, why don't you just stay there quietly for a minute?
All right, I'll
Because
be quiet.
I'm putting the two pieces of shell together by putting a piece of of tape along the back of one of them, and then matching the other one to it so that the tape goes right on across the back of the other one, too.
Well, that's the way a clam gets closed up, doesn't it?
Because there's the inside of the clam, just like that. And when you close it, there's the clam.
It's got a real hinge.
There you are, see? Now, Clifford had first of all, I should show about putting them on the sticks, I think.
Oh, yeah, you got to move the clam.
I'll show you how the sticks look. You can't hold a puppet up just with your hands like this. So, to hold your puppet, put 2 sticks.
Do you need the bird yet, Dora?
No, I don't. And you're interrupting me so much, Fig Newton, that I'm not going to be able to finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, now don't interrupt again, because this is the way you work your clam, with sticks. And if you haven't got sticks, and you see they're put on with tape, and if you haven't sticks, do you know what you can use? Fig Newton, can you see these 2 things?
Oh, sure.
What are they?
Oh, pipe cleaners.
A pipe cleaner and a drinking straw, and you put the pipe cleaner right inside the drinking straw, and that makes it strong enough to use as a stick. And I think with a straw, you could actually just glue it there, and if you don't want to glue it, put a piece of tape there and make a very strong way of holding it on. Now, inside the clam, we have to have a foot, because it's Clifford Clam's sore foot. That's the story.
Yeah, that's the question I got to ask, Dora.
What?
How come clams have feet?
Well, they have feet, and they use them to pull themselves down through the sand. They push the foot down ahead of them, and then they squeeze the foot up like a muscle, and that pulls the shell down into the sand after them.
Well, that's right handy.
Now, you put 2 strips of paper into a corner, just like that. Glue them into the corner like that. And then fold them back and forth across each other, just like that.
Oh, I know how you do that.
Yeah.
You sort of zig one, and then you zag the other, and then you zig one, and you zag the other. How's that?
And you keep on until all the paper has been used. And you know what happens when you finish, don't you? Wait, I'll do just a little bit more, and you can see that when you have it finished, it's very small like that, but when you pull up on it, it gets much longer.
Oh, it expands.
So that makes a nice stretchy foot, just the way Clifford's should be. And here is the puppet Clifford Clam with his sore foot glued right inside his shell. And you see it folds right up tight, and you can close it when you don't need the foot to show.
That's
And now,
right
Big
fine,
Newton,
Dora.
why don't you take the bird over and get ready to put on the show in the Make-Do Theater?
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Are you going to show everybody how to make another one?
Well, yeah, I'm going to show how to make a bird, but I thought, too, that I would show them about the mother's curls.
Oh,
so you
good,
go along.
good.
And here are the mother's curls. We put them on her, and I'll put them down here where you can see just little curls of paper that we put on the mother clam just for the fun of it, in case we have time to use a mother clam in our story. Just for fun. Now, with the bird, you start with a square of paper, just like this, and fold it in half, like that, and fold each side back again up to the center fold, just like that. And when you have that done, open it out. You see there are 3 ridges here. You open it out flat like this, and then fold the point back up here, and then the point back down there again, and just like that, you have a seagull. Now, we're not going to have time, I don't think. Are you ready, Fig Newton?
Oh, I'm ready, Dora.
Good. I don't think we're going to have time to use the mother clam that we made. So I'll tell you that in your play, you have a little first act where it shows the mother clam telling Clifford not to high jump. Remember that. Mother Clam tells Clifford Clam not to high jump, but he does anyway, and he hurts his foot, and here you see Clifford Clam with his foot all in a bandage. It's very sore. And Clifford is really very upset about it, and he figures that he's just not going to be able to get to the fair, and that he's very upset about that. And Clifford is feeling very badly about it when along comes his friend. And the friend says, well, Clifford, I'll take you in my wagon. So Clifford got into the wagon. You can see him right here getting into the friend's wagon, and away they went to the fair. And when they got there, Clifford thought, well, I'm going to not have much fun at the I'm not going to have much fun at the fair because I can't do anything. But it didn't turn out like that at all, because all the people were so sorry for Clifford. You know what they did? They brought him things to eat, like layer cake and ice cream and things like that. Oh, he had a wonderful time. In fact, he had such a good time that, do you know what he did? His leg got better, his foot got better, but he kept on pretending it hadn't. And there you can see him just going to have an ice cream cone from a friend. There's the friend giving him the ice cream cone, and Clifford just likes, the friend says, do you like the ice cream cone, Clifford? And Clifford just gobbled that ice cream cone up and said thank you and didn't offer the friend any at all. And then the friend said, watch out, Clifford, there's a seagull coming, get out of here quick. And of course he pulled himself down with his sore foot, but Clifford didn't. Clifford hopped around and said, somebody save me, my foot's sore and I can't use it to pull myself through the sand, somebody save me. And in the meantime, the seagull was flying around, and Clifford was screaming, somebody save me, and then he realized nobody was going to, so he just whipped around and he put his foot right down into the sand and he pulled himself down where he'd be safe. And the seagull flew around looking and couldn't see Clifford at all, so Clifford saved himself. And that taught Clifford a lesson, because after that, he didn't pretend to have a sore foot when his foot was all right. No, sir, because he knew it. Nobody was going to save him from the seagull, and seagulls like to eat clams. Do you know how they do it? They take them right up, fly way up high with them, and then they drop them, and of course the clams break, and the seagulls eat them.
Well, Dora.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I did, but I figure the seagulls have to eat too, you know.
Well, of course, everybody has to eat.
But it is kind of tough on the clams.
Well, I suppose then the seagulls have to look out for people too.
Yeah, I guess
or
they
if
do.
not for people, for other things.
Yeah, they do all
Now,
right.
Fig Newton, I want to show people books that they can get from their library about clams and other things at the seashore. This is Animals of the Sea and Shore, and it's a lovely book, and it has a part in it about clams right here. And there's another book, True Book of Tropical Fishes, is more about fish than about clams, but it's sort of like it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's all about sea and stuff like that.
And it's a wonderful book to have.
Sure it is.
And then there's another book called Fish on the Tide. And that's about the seashore, too. And I think it has a bit about a boy finding, yes, look, you can see the boy finding the clam right there.
Well, that's on the kind of clams are shellfish, so they're kind of fish too, aren't they?
They're right in there. So you remember and go and ask your librarian for one of those books. And if you forget the names of the books, what do they do, Fig Newton?
Oh, it's easy. You ask the lady at the library for a book about clams, or a book about shellfish, or a book about the seashore, and you'll be bound to get a good book, I think.
I'm pretty sure you will. So you ask your librarian for a book about clams or seashore.
That's
seashore.
right.
Now, Fig Newton, let's us look for a story for next time.
Oh, good.
This is National Educational Television.